Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a mid-monthly reading for January 2019, and it focuses on the areas of love and relationships and career and finance. For the reading, the love and relationship portion, I will be using the Wheel of the Year Tarot by Los Scarabeo, and I'll also pull a Romance Angels card. And for the finance portion, I use the Gilded Tarot by Sarah Marchetti and pull an additional oracle card from the Life Purpose deck. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading. If you're interested, all of the info can be found in the description box below this video. I would also encourage you, if you haven't already, to take a look at your 2019 overview. It's a special reading that I put out at the beginning of each year, and it just gives you a good idea of what's coming up, during each month of this year. So I will put the links for those as well in the description box below the video. All right, so I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Leo, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading. So we'll start off with the career and finance portion of your reading, okay? You have in the past position, Major Arcana number 4, the Emperor, followed by the 3 of Cups. And the outbound energy, you have the King of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks, you have the Queen of Cups. So you have a lot of court cards, a lot of people in this short spread. And then teaching is the oracle card that came out for you. You inspire young people to learn. And we'll get to this more in a minute. But yeah, first thing that I noticed is you do obviously have quite a few people appearing here. There's the Queen and King of Cups. This could be a married couple that maybe are playing a significant role in your life over the next couple of weeks. If so, this would typically be an older water sign couple, right? That could even be your parents. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Emperor is associated with the sign of Aries, so there could be an Aries individual as well. So just putting those out there to begin with. But the Emperor, if we look at the energy of the Emperor, is a very solid, a very stable energy, right? He's number 4 of the Major Arcana, and 4s in the Tarot have to do with stability, right, and structure. And he is a very structured individual. He's sort of he's like the King of Kings. The kings, they rule over their kingdoms. The Emperor, he rules over his empire. So more responsibility, looking after more things, more people. So he's very protective. He's protective over what is his. He's protective over his home, his family. He's sort of the mirror image of the Empress. The Empress is the ultimate, female, the ultimate mother card. He's the ultimate patriarch. And so, he's very much about creating, a stable environment. So with this in the past position, there could have been, this could have been just you taking on this energy of the Emperor, right? And doing something or trying, or you were creating a stable environment. It's also linked with, leadership. So you could have taken the lead on something, whether this is a project within the workplace, right? This is you sort of following rules, following structure, being responsible, taking on this, this powerful or this leadership role here. And he's somebody who's, he has great vision. He has, he's not afraid to face a challenge. So and I did, with so many people around, this could have been, or there could be, a lot of working with other people. So partnering with others, working in a group environment. And we have that also coming through with the Three of Cups, because the Three of Cups, it's a card of celebration. So this could be celebrating, a new job, celebrating a promotion. But more than that, or in addition to that, it's about enjoying the company of others, and celebrating with other people. So getting together with others, going out. This can be as simple as going out and having coffee, or going out to dinner with these people. But it's enjoying those people, enjoying their company. It could be as significant as a major celebration. So celebrating like the news of the pregnancy, or the birth of a child, or an engagement, or a wedding, so it can be a more significant celebration, but it is a card of abundance, so, and water energy deals with our feelings, our emotions, relationships. So this could just be, just celebrating or feeling very happy, celebrating something with other people, possibly, this a promotion, or, possibly for doing well, or if you took the lead on a project, it's success coming in. It's celebrating that success, right? Now, with the King of Cups as the outbound energy, he, if this is not an individual, as I was already mentioned, I mentioned that it could be an older water sign. If this is you taking on the energy of the King of Cups, as king, and then we have the Queen over here, as kings and queens, they have mastered their suit, so the suit of cups, if he's mastered it, that means that, he's somebody who's very emotionally stable. He's somebody who's usually quite compassionate, very fair, very loving. And so, if you're dealing with other people, working, on a team or in a group type of environment, you have you possibly taking the leadership role here, but then you also, being very, possibly spontaneous, or, being very open to other people. This is somebody who's very good at expressing himself, expressing his feelings, which, if you're in that type of group setting, it's a good energy to have around you. So there could be a lot of working with others. This could even be, partnering up with other people. If this is, sort of within the work sector, or you starting up, going out on your own, there could be with the Emperor and this independent energy. If you are starting up a business on your own, you could be, working with others on this new venture, right? And there's celebrations, so you could be working with, and you do have 3 water energies here besides this Emperor. So there could be a water sign individual who you are partnering with, but it's very it's very happy energy, and this Queen of Cups, she's also a very, out of all of the queens, she is sort of the most psychic, the most intuitive. So if there's something, and, with all of this water energy, there could be you using your intuition. You're using, kind of going with that gut feeling when you're dealing with this new project or new business venture, right? It's, or, in this group setting, working with other people, your intuition is quite heightened, and you're going with your gut feeling, and partnering that with this very structured energy of the Emperor. It's kind of, it's marrying like the best of both worlds. It's like you have them, the very structured together with the emotional, and it's sort of coming together, and it's all very, very positive. Let's take a look at your oracle card. It says teaching. Let me read you the full meaning for the oracle card. It says, you have a gift with children because it's part of your life purpose to help and support them. Young people respond to your genuine nature, and they recognize your inner child, which helps you relate to and understand them. More than ever before, children need trustworthy and loving adults to act as shepherds and teachers, and you are drawn to this work. Most likely, your teaching or healing work with children will encompass some aspect of spirituality. For instance, you may incorporate music or personal growth lessons in a traditional classroom, or you may teach important life skills in other ways. For example, as your role as a sports coach, music instructor, babysitter, or art therapist, or through charity work, or running a youth center. In these ways, you help children keep their spiritual gifts alive and awaken new interests. If you ask the angels to guide you to the best avenues that will allow you to reach out and teach young people, they will happily help with this very important life purpose. Which is, interesting because we had, this is talking about working with others, combining spirituality, and we had a lot of messages here for group work and, using your intuition and tapping into that and developing that sort of spiritual side. So that's, that could be for some of you, there could be this teaching aspect, and teaching obviously, encompasses many different areas. It doesn't necessarily just mean teaching within a classroom. There can be many different ways for you to teach, just like I was reading with the description, but yeah, I'm getting more just working with others and being open, and there's success to be had with this, with this working with others. So there could be a lot of group work over the next couple of weeks, but it looks very, looks very upbeat, very, very happy, very exciting for you. All right, let's take a look at your love and relationship. So you have in the past position, Major Arcana number 2, the High Priestess, and she's followed by the Six of Pentacles, and the outbound energy, you have the Three of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, you have Major Arcana number 20, Judgment. And your Romance Angels Oracle card that came out is Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So, beginning with, well, out of the 4 cards, you have 2 Major Arcanas, 1 Pentacles, 1 Wands. Interesting that it's sort of flipped, right? Usually in the romance reading, I would expect to see possibly more cups to do with, relationships. Here you don't have that, but it all appears in your, in the first part of your reading. So that's interesting. You had 3 out of the 4 cards. You had 1 Major Arcana and 3 cups. But anyway, here you have the High Priestess, which is another card that speaks of intuition, right? Psychic abilities. And you have that coming through quite strongly up here. So sometimes the messages, they do run together. There might be similar messages, or one spread can kind of complement the other. That happens sometimes when I do these mid-monthlies. But, she is the High Priestess. She holds, you see, she's holding this book of knowledge, and she guards this, or she holds the knowledge of the invisible realms, and she sits as the, sort of this veil between our physical realm and the spiritual realm. And so she encourages us to, to tap into our own intuition and psychic abilities in order to, figure things out, or to tap into this hidden knowledge, of the material, of the spiritual realm. So there's a definite message coming through for, the developing or trusting in or using your intuition here for the rest of the month. It can have to do with sometimes secrets and, needing to use your intuition to uncover secrets and mysteries. She's associated with the moon. You can see she's actually sitting here on the, this moon. And so there is this, the moon, it hides things, right? And the moon casts a shadow, and it, we think of the moon as associated with like dreams and the subconscious, and it's very kind of murky energy. And so in order to figure things out or see things clearly, we oftentimes have to tap into our intuition, to trust in that our gut instinct. And so there might be something that you are figuring out that's being made, or that you're becoming aware of by tapping into your intuition. It sits in the past position here. So for many of you, you might have already experienced this energy, right? You might have been through this. Something might have come to light. And then there's this even or this balanced energy of the Six of Pentacles. So, you know, within a relationship, there could be something to do with, you know, balance within the relationship. Sometimes the Six of Pentacles, when it comes out in a relationship reading, it has to do with, you know, both people kind of being on equal footing within the relationship. You know, there's an equal kind of give and take. Because here we can see that the man, obviously, he's dressed, you know, very, he's dressed well. Look at his clothes. He has a bag full of money there. And then there are these two people, and they're dressed in rags. They're barefoot, and they're waiting for, you know, this handout that he's giving them. So he has more at this point, right, in his life. And so he's giving, and the others are receiving. So there's this give and take energy with the Pentacles. So there could be something to do with, you know, seeking out or searching for a relationship. And we also have this, you know, the balance of the light and dark going back here, right? We have this yin and yang energy. So for some of you, that could, you know, you could have been, if you're not already in a relationship, this could be you just figuring out what it is that you really want in a relationship, in the you know, your next relationship. You want this give and take. You want a more balanced, equal relationship. And it's like you want this wish fulfillment. And it's interesting because in this particular deck, the Three of Wands always, it makes me think of the Star card. And it's actually, you know, it shows this shooting star, right? You can see the girl, she's staring off at the star, because usually the Three of Wands, it's fire energy. It deals with, you know, the day-to-day matters in life. It's also our own drive and ambition, passion for the things that we do. And the Three of Wands usually has a man, and he's standing up on a sort of this cliff top, and he's staring out to sea, waiting for his ships to come in. So it suggests that, you know, he's made a decision. He's put a lot of hard work and energy into something, and then he's waiting to see what type of, you know, return on investment he's going to get from it. And so there's a waiting involved, and there's a waiting to see what happens, a waiting to see how things progress. And in this particular deck, it's called the Falling Star. And we have the Shooting Star, and it's called the Falling Star. And it has to do with looking for something new, you know, seeking something new. It also has this waiting element to it. But, you know, it's about positive things. Think about the Star card. It's positive, right? A very positive card. So waiting for positive things to happen. And, you know, much like the Star card is sort of having that belief, having that faith that whatever this positive thing is, that it will happen, right? It's keeping the faith. And going back here to the Six of Pentacles, in this particular deck, it can have to do with reward. So some type of reward. So being rewarded for something, or, you know, finally having this rewarding relationship coming in. And then with the overall energy of the Judgment card, the Judgment card speaks of new beginnings. It can be healing energy as well. It's this, you know, a significant ending, but more than the ending, it's the rebirth. It's what comes in after that, right? And it's interesting because she's also staring up at the, you know, this light here. And so it's like, well, in this deck, it's called the Path Towards the Light. And so it has to do with, you know, overcoming the past, rebirth, positive events, right? Renewal. So there's a lot of this, you know, very optimistic, positive energy surrounding this spread. But it's kind of like overcoming, or, you know, understanding, figuring something out, overcoming that in order to have this more rewarding, successful relationship. Now, the engagement, let me find the Romance Angels guidebook. The engagement card says, congratulations. This card signals pending nuptials, beginning with a romantic engagement. Even if you're not presently in a relationship, the Romance Angels can see one upon your horizon. This card comes to you as reassurance, specifically so that you will choose to release any worries about whether you will get married, because you will. Deep romantic love in which you feel treasured is in the cards. The deeper meaning of this card relates to commitment. First, you commit to taking care of yourself. You establish boundaries about what you will and won't accept in your relationships and in other life areas, such as career, home, lifestyle, and so on. Next, you honor your self-commitment by taking decisive action and telling others how you truthfully feel about their behavior. As you commit to yourself, the universe sends you additional experiences of loving commitment, including the promise of marriage. And I think it's interesting because it says at the beginning here, it said they can see this, even if you're not in a relationship, they can see one on the horizon. And it's like we have this, she's staring off, she's gazing up. This one also, they're both like looking up. It's like it's coming. So even if you're not currently in a relationship, and even if this doesn't happen over the next couple of weeks, it's coming, right? We have this, it's on the way type of energy here. And I feel that you have kind of brought, or what you're bringing as you move towards through, the rest of the month, you are sort of coming to this understanding of, what it is that you do want in a relationship. So this balanced relationship, and it's like once you've figured that out, then, it's just waiting for it to come in here. I'm waiting for this brand new start and brand new beginning. So it looks very positive for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.